Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had a wonderful day. Today's video is my January TBR. We've made it to a whole nother year, 2023. Right, so my plan for 2023 is to read 50 select books off my shelves. I have done a whole separate video on those 50 books and how it's all going to work. So if you want to check that one out before you watch this one, then save this one and come back. But head over to that video and watch it. But I do want to just quickly talk about 3 books that I plan on reading before we pick any out of my 50. So let's get into it. So the first one is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 4th book in the Assassin's Throne of Glass series. And I have been trying to read this for a hot minute. I'm still reading it, so it's just going to be a continuation. I'm hoping to finish it very, very early January. We shall see. So there's that one. Next up, I plan on reading the next book in my buddy read with Nikki, which is Empire of Storms. It's a big book. It's a really big book, and I'm scared. But I have very good faith that we can do this. I feel like January is going to be a winner. I'm thinking positive thoughts about January. So yes, this is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm very excited. Nikki said we can wait to start this one once I finish the other one. Thank goodness. So yes, we are going to be continuing on with Buddy Read and reading those. I also wanted to pop in Map of Days, which is the 4th book in the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series by Ransom Riggs. I took a break from this series in December and I'm really excited to get back into it. So yes, again, this is a rather large book as well, or it feels rather large, but I think there are actually more pictures in this one than in the others. But it is almost 500 pages again. So yes, we do have 3 rather large books to be reading in January. So my plan going forward, so my plan was to kind of read between 4 and 5 of the 50 each month. But because I have a book left over from last year that I really want to finish, those 2 are quite big books. I'm going to be picking 1 book from my series pot and 3 books from my general TBR of the 50 pot. What I also plan on doing is if I don't manage to finish a book in the month, I am going to leave it on my TBR shelf and hopefully pick it up the following month. If it sits on that shelf for 2 months, I will pop the paper back into the pot and we will try and revisit that book again at some point. So yeah, those are the first 3 books that I plan on reading. Let's get the series pot. So the series pot is this really big plant pot because I didn't have anything smaller. And we're just going to go in. We're not going to look at anything. We're going to pull one out. Oh, I've got 2. Right, we've pulled it out. And it is the Jessica Verde, the Hollow series. So I had actually really wanted to get to this one early on. So it's actually really nice that this one has popped out. I will leave that there and we will get the books down in a minute and have a look at them when I have picked them. And then this is my TBR mug. It's my Witch's Brew Halloween mug, but it's actually really annoying to drink out of because whatever you put in it gets stuck in the feet and it's difficult to clean. Anyway, so I'm going to pick 3 books out of this and we will get them down and have a look at them. So the first one is this one. I'm going to put that down there. Let's dig deeper. This one. And then finally this one. Okay, let's open them and see. So the first one we have is Holly Hepburn's The Picture House by the Sea. That's a nice little chick lit, so that should be quite an easy read. Next up, we have David Clement Davies' The Sight. So this is a reread that I had kind of hoped that I would either love or know that it's not my thing anymore and I can declutter. So that is a good one. And then finally, we have Page Toon's The Longest Holiday. I love me a bit of Page Toon, and it's been a hot minute since I read any of her books. So let's pause this. I will get the books down and we will talk about each of them. So I've got them down. And yeah, we're just gonna have a quick talk. So the first one is The Sight by David Clement Davies. This is a book where you are in the perspective of the wolf. You are reading it through his perspective. And it says, it's an icy night in the country that long ago was known as Transylvania. The wintry ground crackles as a hunter's paw breaks the hard earth. The wolf pauses, her breath caught like smoke in the cold air. Then a howl pierces the night, but it is her eyes, not her howl, that speak of danger. Beware of the sight. In the shadow of the Carpathian Mountains, a pack of wolves seeks shelter from the vicious winter. A legend clings to them, a story of a man and wolf, of power and death. The sight has come into their world. They will never be the same again. The only thing I remember about it was that we read it through the eyes of the wolf. And that is literally it. I remember loving it at the time or being really immersed in the story, but I don't remember anything else, which is really sad. But I'm hoping that this will kind of go either way for me. I want it to be like Marmite. I either want to really, really love it and I can buy the second book, which has been on my Goodreads to read forever, or I can know that I really just don't enjoy it and I can declutter it and move it out because it has been here a really long time. It's a really old and battered copy. I think I picked it up in a charity shop. So I am excited to get to this one. Next up is Page Toon's Longest Holiday. Page Toon just has my heart. She draws you so much into the characters. It's incredible. So it says, Laura has been married to the man of her dreams for 7 months, but a week before the wedding, Matthew made a terrible mistake. Oh no, she's going to make me cry. Escaping the humiliation that is now her marriage, Laura is whisked off to Florida's Key West by her best friend Marty. A carefree holiday full of cocktails and fun, surrounded by gorgeous tanned men, is exactly what the doctor ordered. Distraction comes in the form of sexy Cuban scuba diver Leo. Laura's instant attraction to him knocks her flying, and she falls hard. As the end of the holiday approaches, Laura doesn't want to go home. Is it time to face the music, or is there more to Key West than a holiday romance? So yeah, there's that one. Holly Hepburn wrote, what did she write that I really loved? Oh, it was A Year at the Star and Sixpence, about two sisters that buy a pub. And I really, really loved it. So I am hoping to love this one too. The Picture House by the Sea is the palace at Polwhipple? My teeth just don't want to work. A lovely Art Deco cinema nestled in front of azure Cornish seas, but it is long past its heyday, and its only saving grace is Ferrelli's, the family-run ice cream concession in the foyer. So when Ferdy, the owner of Ferrelli's, breaks his leg, his granddaughter Gina drops everything to come and help out, but when she arrives, she is dismayed by the state of the cinema, which she remembers fondly from summer holidays, and she is determined to give it the makeover it deserves. Along with local renovation expert Ben Pascoe, she sets about reviving the palace to its former glory. But the cinema needs more than a lick of paint. Its very future is under threat from a developer with greed in his eyes. Can Gina save the place before it is too late? Very excited, actually. That sounds good. I'm invested already. And then finally, this is a blast from the past. I read this when I was at school, so we are talking at least 12 years ago. How old am I? Yeah, no, 12 years ago would be about right. Maybe even longer than that. And I just loved it. It says, where are we? When Abby's best friend Kristen vanishes at the bridge near Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, everyone in the town assumes that she is dead. Everyone that is, except Abby. Struggling to come to terms with Kristen's disappearance and desperately seeking some answers, Abby finds herself drawn more and more to the mysterious and drop-dead gorgeous Caspian, who keeps reappearing in her life. But Caspian has secrets of his own, and when Abby uncovers the frightening truth about him, she starts to question not only their emerging love, but also her own sanity. I loved it. It is a very kind of cheesy YA romance that just had my heart for about 8 years in school and after school. I loved it. So, yes, I lent this out to a friend and she did, I don't know what she did to the back cover, but look, it's got like a dent where it's slightly ripped, and it makes me sad every time I look at it. And she also creased the front cover as well, and it's got sellotape on it. It's just, it makes me really sad. But this is my original copy, and I would feel weird buying a new one. So yes, I'm very excited, in fact, for this month's TBR. I kind of anticipated being a little bit like, but I did try and pick books to go on my 50 that I was really interested in reading. So the fact that I now have a pretty decent TBR ahead of me for January is making me feel pretty good. I am slightly scared about the Sarah J Maas ones just because they are quite large. But as I said, I am hoping to finish Queen of Shadows quite early in January. So keep fingers crossed for me. And yes, we will see how we get on at the end of January. We'll see how we go on. But yeah, that's everything from me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any really cool books on your TBR, then let me know. And yeah, wish me luck, and I will see you very soon. Bye.